What's up, Van Clan, and welcome back to the channel. Currently on the side of the road because we ran out of gas. There was no gas stations.
And we are stuck here forever.
No, we're not stuck here forever. We're waiting for a tow truck, and it's so hot, but we're staying in the car because this place is just... Garrick is like standing guard out there because we had a few really weird instances happen. Trying to keep the peace. We're actually waiting for a cop to come right now.
Why a cop? We don't need a cop to come.
He's just gonna come say hi. We just went across the street to get, there's like a little tiny market. I don't want to say too much in front of the kids, but I do not like this. So we have a tow truck guy here helping us get gas, and then we have a police car next to us because we just like didn't feel safe out here. Oh my goodness. I just talked to that police officer, babe, and he said that this area is very creepy. Like this whole area right here is not good. That was the worst place to run out of gas I think you could have. Now that the kids are asleep, I guess we can kind of explain what happened. And all three kids are napping at the same time, which never happens, so I guess we'll tell you guys. We're leaving the river house, and we're on the way back home now. When we were leaving, we realized that we didn't have much gas. So we're like, okay, we'll get some gas as we're leaving the little town that we were in. We couldn't get into these little town gas stations because we have the boat with us. Like, it just wasn't fitting. So then we mapped one outside of the town. When we got to it, it was like not even a real gas station. So then the next gas station was like 30 something miles away, and we're like on E at this point. And so long story short, we run out of gas. When Garrick pulls in, it's like a, what was it, like a
basically where we ran out of gas was like on the highway, but there was like this like rundown deli market, something like that, I don't know, but right across the street was a post office.
Like
so
a rundown post office. Not even
there was a few cars in the rundown deli, so I couldn't really get in there. So the best thing I could do was just cut across and pull into the post office. We ended up going inside of the deli and asking them for help.
Well, because it said they had gas.
Yeah, it said gas, like in the window. We don't know. Like, they were basically just like, screw you.
So we're like calling all these places trying to get gas.
Called Florida Highway Patrol in 3 different surrounding counties. We called all the local roadside assistance.
It was just like such a small, like weird area.
Eventually, Florida Highway Patrol, and they were like, no worries, we got you. He's like, let me call from my town, a roadside company for you, and maybe they can do it. So we finally get through to them. They're like, yeah, we don't really service that area, but since you're in a predicament, we'll come out there and help you out, but it's gonna be like an hour and a half before we can be there to you.
So in that time frame, like all is well, okay, the dude's coming, great. But in that time frame, we walk over to the deli, because where we're at is like the rundown post office, and right across the street is a deli. Literally nothing else in sight for miles and miles and miles. And so we were like, okay, well, I guess we'll go over there since we have some time to kill. Let's get a drink, a snack, whatever. So we go over there, and we do that. So we're crossing the road, and Garrick crossed the road first. You had Camo and Venture, and I was crossing the road with Wilder and Hazel. And so as we're crossing the road, this car looks at us and then pulls in like weird and slow to the deli market thing, and into where we would have to walk past his driver's side. But in my mind, I was like, no, do not walk past the driver's side for some reason. And so I walked on the other side of his passenger door instead with the kids. And he just like was looking at us so weird. He didn't get out of his car once to go in the deli. He was staring the entire time. Garrick was on the phone with, I think, the cop at the time, just trying to like sort out information or whatever. And during this time, this guy I noticed was just like looking at us, and Garrick, when he talks on the phone, he like paces around, and so he would like walk away a little bit, and the guy would just he was just so observant of me and the kids. So I'm like telling Garrick, like, can you come here, like this guy's like a little weird. And I don't even think like you realized, did you?
Not at first. And then when I walked over there, I locked eyes with him and he pulled out.
Yeah.
Like super fast.
It was just a very, very like,
so it was a weird experience,
situation.
Right? So we end up like gathering our stuff and going back to the car, and we're greeted by another man who was parked on the other side of the post office. He pulls over to us and he starts screaming, you're gonna here. I see dead here. here all the time. So after that happened, we end up
we were just like weirded out at that point. Like,
we ended up calling the police. We're like, could you send an officer out? And when he got there, we ended up like talking, and he said that the area was super weird and it's filled with like stories like that all the time.
yeah, he was like, I'm glad that you called just so you guys would be safe in that moment, because it was just.
We also, in the middle of all that happening, when we were at the deli, we got a notification saying that there was a.
We were just very like on edge, and I'm glad that I was like aware of that car.
If I would have like went into the deli or walked away from you guys or went back to the car or something.
Or if I would have walked to his passenger side, I don't know. I just feel like it just gave me weird vibes. You know, when you just like have a bad feeling, that was just a bad feeling. But anyways, we're glad that we're all safe and sound in the car. That just like couldn't have happened in a worse spot. But now we got gas and we're good to go, and we're never gonna ever not have gas in our car, like filled up again.
3 days later.
So we're home now, and I got this.
It's actually been a few days. When we got home, we literally just got home, came home, put our bags down, and went to sleep. Yeah, and so we literally just went to sleep, and Garrick and I, we were just like, I was at least pretty shaken up from that experience. I still don't even want to go out in public. I feel very hyper-focused on what happened. Of course, like my For You pages and stuff on TikTok and all of that are just like things like that are happening. And
I mean, it can happen anywhere to anyone.
Yeah, it's just a really weird incident that had happened. So anyways, we're home now. We really should clean up because we kind of like got home, literally destroyed the house, and like went to bed. The kids' room is also a mess because we're washing their sheets, number one, but number two, the beds are on the floor because they've decided today that I'm redoing their room, like redecorating and all. So you guys are in the closet right now, but this is like their normal room setup. The beds are normally up top. And I'm switching it out only because I've just come to the conclusion, like, our kids are always going to come to our bed at some point, and I'm completely okay with that, especially when they're sick and stuff like that. And my point is they get up a lot through the night, whether it's to pee, to come to our bed, like whatever, and they're having to get up and down this ladder. I took the ladder off, it's actually right here, but they're having to get up and down the ladder, and I've just like, I'm scared that they're gonna fall, and so I've come to terms that I don't want them to have a loft bed anymore. I liked the idea because they had like their little space down here, but I think with the loft beds gone, we're gonna have more space anyways if we take them down. So yeah, that's my plan. So I've literally redone everything. I've taken out their dressers in their room and put more like kid accessible dressers in here, basically so they can pick out their own stuff. So as you can tell, it's really close to the ground. My goal is just to have their room be more Montessori, so I want their stuff to be accessible, and I want their beds to be on the ground again. So, and the kids too, they're excited for a room change. Venture's up from his nap. Can you say hi?
No.
So we're gonna head out and do something.
I'm ready to go.
Okay, let's go.
Okay.
Camel, come on, baby. Good boy. We're back in the car. I feel like we've been in the car for so long. This time we're actually going somewhere to like get out of the car before like a 6-hour
We're going somewhere
trip.
to get out of the car. So when we get there, we're definitely getting out of the car. If we're in the car, when we get out of the car, then we went to where we went to get out of the car.
Look at how beautiful this grass is. I don't know why, but golf cart grass. Did I say golf cart grass? I mean like golfing, like golfer's grass, you know what I'm talking about? I don't know, it's just the best.
Wilder sleeping.
Wilder sleeping? Well, Wilder just fell asleep, so we're just opening the back. And we're just gonna play right here and watch him. Wilder's had a hard day. If you watch the vlogs, then you would know that he's had a lot of warts, and one of them just recently busted, and he has like a really huge blister, and it was just like a really rough night. Like we were up all night last night with him. He's had a hard day. But this is perfect. I want to show you guys what Camo has learned so far. Center, sit. Yes. Stay. Yes. Come.
You have to be your biggest fan. And when things are really tough and they're really rough and nothing's working, but there's something inside of you that says, I just have to follow that. Because you don't know who you're going to meet, who you're going to meet, who you're going to meet.
Speaking of showing you guys what's new, Venture, you want to show them everything that you've learned?
Yeah.
Yeah. Say hi. Good boy. Can you say mommy?
Mommy.
Good job. Venture, can you say daddy?
Daddy.
Good job. Can you say baba?
Papa.
Can you say sissy?
Sissy.
Good job. Can you say baba?
Papa.
Oh, he said bite.
What?
Earlier today I had a hot dog and he kept saying bite.
Can you say eat?
Eat.
Good job. Puppy.
Puppy.
Good
Good job.
boy. Can you say seahorse?
No.
He just learned no, and it's so funny when he says it. Like I'll be like, Venture, come here, and he'll be like, no.
Bubble.
He knows a lot. I feel like we haven't updated.
There's
like
definitely
that.
more, yeah.
Oh, he knows kisses. He'll say mama. And I'll be like Venture, and he'll be like mama, and that means kisses to him. Because if I don't give him a kiss, he keeps saying.
Mama.
You want kisses?
Yeah.
Okay. You're the cutest little baby. I love you. Oh, that's another one he knows. I love you.
You.
You got a scratch right here because he fell. One thing about Venture, he is always getting hurt because he loves wrestling with Wilder and Hazel recently, and so he hit his eye on like the the corner of the beds that are like hard. But he was a trooper, huh? I feel like looking back on these kinds of videos of like progress, will be really cute. What's his favorite kind of food right now?
Probably fish.
Yeah.
Shrimp. Rice.
He likes seafood a lot.
Seafood, rice.
Also, one thing about Venture, he's the best sleeper out of all of them. He literally, he goes to sleep, he doesn't wake up, he doesn't fuss about it, he just wants his babas and he's good. Like literally, he's such a good sleeper. We had trouble with him too, sleeping. We still do. He's a good baby,
Hi, bub, come on.
Go get your teeth. Oh, good boy. We made it back home. We stopped at Publix to get some dinner. What are we having for dinner, sis?
Green beans.
What else? We gonna have fish?
Yeah.
You want fish for dinner, bitch?
Yeah.
Yeah. Wilder's up from his nap. He's still so sleepy. I'm so sleepy.
Yeah.
No, you're not sleepy. You look sleepy. Thanks for dinner, babe.
Welcome in.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Hazy, you got your stuffy with you? You eating dinner with you? Yeah. Vince, is that yummy? Yeah. Today has been, I don't know, I just feel like today has been a day. You know those days where, how do I even explain that? Like, just a lot is being taken up in your head, like a lot of mental space. I don't know, I just feel super overwhelmed. I just ran a bath, so I'm gonna get in, hang on. I swear a bath can temporarily fix all. I just walked over to my neighbor's house because I was purging all of Venture's like old toys and stuff, and the paranoia that I have just doing a simple task like that, I don't know, I just feel really nervous and anxious ever since everything that happened that you guys saw in today's video. But I actually had another incident like a few weeks ago where I was literally going into Walmart. I was talking to my camera like this, and it was on my dashboard, and I was just talking to it, waiting to go inside, and I noticed that this guy was walking to his car and he was like looking at me. You know when you like press your unlock button to unlock your car as you're walking to it? Well, that's what he did, and it was like 2 cars down, and he was walking to it, and I guess in my mind I think what happened is he was walking to his car, noticed me, noticed that I was distracted talking to my camera, and he stopped and he circled my car twice, and then he waited like a car length away, like in between 2 cars, and he just like sat there and waited for me to get out. I just feel it in my gut. What he was doing was just not good. Like, you know, when you just get a bad feeling, that was that feeling. And which, by the way, if you ever get that kind of feeling out and about, 9 times out of 10 you are correct, and trust your gut and intuition and try to get out of whatever situation. So I didn't end up getting out of the car, and I went to a completely different store, and I was so terrified that I didn't go into that store for another hour and a half. I was just sitting in the car just looking around and being paranoid. So for that to happen and then this incident to happen, I'm just very paranoid. I think it really has taken over me today. I don't know. People are scary and people are weird. Having so much anxiety, like I've never experienced this kind of anxiety before. I don't know what would have happened in both of those instances if we weren't alert and aware. Just be aware of your surroundings. If you get anything from this video and take anything from that, be aware of your surroundings. Oh my gosh, this bath has made me feel so much better. And if you're having a stressful day like I am, you're overwhelmed or you're stressed or anxious or whatever it is, take a deep breath, get in the bath, or do whatever it is that makes you decompress, and just take some time to yourself, because sometimes we all need that. Anyways, we're all in bed. We're gonna watch a movie and we're gonna end the vlog here.
Today's Instagram shout out is for Hazel Ray. Shout out to you. Thank you for being a part of the clan. Thanks for following along.
Thank you for making a whole page for our family. That's just so sweet. If you want to be the next Instagram shout out, all you have to do is be subscribed to our YouTube channel.
Following us on Instagram and just put something positive about our most recent Instagram pics. That's all you gotta do.
If you like this video, please hit a big thumbs up. Subscribe to our channel if you have not already.
Smash that notification bell so you don't miss any of our upcoming videos. We'll see you next time.
Just hold